right, so let's get into it. So the three types of insecure attachment styles are anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. And so I'm going to talk just a little bit about each of them. Disorganized is the least common, and they say only about 5 to 7% of the population have this attachment style. So you are less likely to see this. The first one I want to start with, the anxious, preoccupied attachment style. What that can look like is the person will be somewhat clingy or preoccupied with just one person when they are dating. This person tends not to want to date multiple men at the same time. So I'm specifically talking about how this can show up with us ladies. And so the dangers with this is, of course, if you're in a monogamous relationship, it can be good. However, in the dating stage, how this can look is the person tends to get attached very quickly to one person. And so the danger in that is, because you may still be getting to know this person, you are more likely to dismiss red flags or certain things that may be like, I don't know about that, right? So this also, if people who have, ladies who have this attachment style will also tend to be more emotional and dependent on others or the person that they are dating. It really goes back to a fear of abandonment. And so the preoccupation, being preoccupied with one person, that's like how the brain is trying to function and interact with this other person. The brain is such a tricky thing, the way that it processes it, and it really, all of these attachment styles stem from childhood. We develop our initial attachment style based on the relationship we have with our caregiver, typically our mothers. But we're not going to be diving into that. I more want to just give an overview of the different attachment styles. So yes, anxious, preoccupied. There's a fear of abandonment. So this might cause adults to be jealous or very suspicious of their partners. People who tend, when I worked with people who have this attachment style, they typically struggle with dating online, and it can feel like an emotional roller coaster for them. The fear of rejection can also be very overwhelming or consume them. So like if there's a breakup or someone ghosts them, this person is more likely to take time off from work, or because they really struggle with regulating their emotions because it affects them so deeply. And I'm kind of generalizing, but this is how it tends to look. So just please keep that in mind. It's not going to look exactly like this. This is like high level overview. So, okay, that's the anxious, preoccupied. The next one, avoidant, dismissive. So what this looks like is this person, this lady tends to look confident and tends to be self-sufficient when dating. However, they don't really tolerate emotional intimacy well, and so they might struggle with building healthy relationships. These folks tend to not want to depend on anyone when dating or in a relationship. They don't, and it really comes down to because they don't want to be disappointed. Because that disappointment can feel very like life-changing for them. It's also difficult for them to be vulnerable. To trust is very, it takes a lot of time. And then the last one, which I said is this one is most difficult. You'll see this when dating. These people struggle the most when dating. And the reason why, because every one of us desire emotional intimacy. However, for people who have a disorganized or fearful avoidant, they present as inconsistent with interactions when dating. They have a hard time trusting others. So it's kind of like a push and pull, like, I hate you, but I want you close. I hate you, but I want you close. And so this person will show up and have a lot of high anxiety and also high avoidance. People who have this attachment style tend to view the world as a very unsafe place. The other attachment styles, people typically don't view the world with this lens of the world as a very unsafe place. So that is a high level overview of the three insecure attachment styles. And I will be sharing more about this in my upcoming webinar, and I'll really be diving deep into the attachment, how these attachment styles show up specifically with emotionally unavailable men, and how we need to look out for these traits when dating, because it's so important. It can really save us a heartache. And the good news is anyone who has these insecure attachment styles can develop a secure attachment styles. You can go from being insecure to secure. If you watch the show with Issa Rae, it's funny, insecure, but it's true. You can't, because I used to have an insecure attachment style and I developed a secure, healthy attachment style. So it is very possible. The first step, though, is really to acknowledge where you are with how you interact when dating, how you interact in past relationships. That is the first step to really identify and to start to work on where you are and getting better. So I hope this was helpful, just to give a snapshot of the insecure attachment styles and how it looks when dating. I hope to see you all at my upcoming webinar. I am so very excited about this one. It really is special to me. And because I have not really shared the details of the events that led to me doing my deeper work years and years ago. And I've been like being nudged, like I really feel nudged to share, because I really think it's going to help someone and save them heartache, save them time, and really to get to the healthy love that we all desire. So that is all. I hope y'all have an amazing day. I will talk to you soon. Please feel free to drop any questions, comments. I would love to hear it. Does this make sense? Do you resonate with any of these? Have you seen these in other people or friends? So it can also show up with how we interact with our girlfriends and friendships. So, but we're not going to talk about that today. But that is all. Having a great night. Talk to you soon.